The thing with this AI platform is that it's not very popular yet, but the results are impressive. It's not here for replacing us, but instead is here for supporting us, for helping us to develop the best ideas possible. This is something that we cannot reject. This is something that is already happening, and it's a change that we need to embrace. Because everyone that refuses to take it, unfortunately, it's gonna left behind. This AI platform offers you excellent solutions when you want to color your sketches, when you want to improve the resolution of your images, where you want to change the materiality of your designs. It's a fantastic tool for improving your workflow, and it's easier than you think. Stay tuned, because in today's video I'm gonna guide you through the examples that I've been working on, and I'm gonna tell you my experience using this platform. To use this platform, you need to go to ReRender and create an account. You can log in with Google, or you can just log in by using your email. A very interesting feature of this platform is the workbench, where basically you have a full board for yourself where you can drag all your stuff and you can start producing things. In this example, I'm gonna guide you through an example that I did the other day for getting nice sketches with consistency of a park in northeast England. I started with a top view, with an aerial view, and then I get more into detail to do this castle area. And then I got a side view, like if it was like a drone shot from the other side. And then I went closer to see this part of the castle. But how do we achieve this? So it's very straightforward. I just basically started with a screenshot from Google Earth from the park. And then I applied a very simple prompt. Basically, I just dropped the screenshot here. And then I selected the screenshot, and here I typed my prompt that said, render as a detailed pen drawing, and these were the results. As you can see, ReRender has respected all the line work, and it's very neat and very crisp, a genuinely impressive quality. After that, I told the software to add some coloring to the lake, and then I added another screenshot from top view. Again, this screenshot was from Google Earth, and I applied exactly the same prompt to see if we got consistency. And it was really good to see how I was able to do this top plan view. After that, I took a closer snip from the base and from the castle area, and I applied exactly the same prompts, pen drawing, simple and straightforward. And this is what happened. As you can see, the maze has been transformed into pen in a very accurate way. You can see all the footpaths, you can see all the tree canopies, you can see all the green areas. And after that, I just did the same thing with the maze area and then with the castle. If you follow this workflow in your projects, it's really interesting because you can create a story, you can create a continuous line of images that talk the design by themselves and that communicate your ideas in a more efficient way. The workbench is a fantastic thing from ReRender, and not all the platforms offer you this, because the benefits of having it like that is that if you keep working on this, for example, let's type here, make it an oil painting style. So what is gonna happen now is that we're gonna have our next result next to it, and being able to see all your progress in a single place is a major win, because when you look at them all together is when you realize how did you actually achieve that result, where are you coming from and where are you going to. So as you can see, this transformed into a slightly oil painting. Looks a bit similar, but again, this is a process, and you need to understand that when you are working with AI, you need to know what the process is, because there will be a point where you need to do the same again, and all you want is to achieve that consistency. This is another scenario. I started by dropping a very simple cat line drawing of this beautiful garden, which actually I have a full cat tutorial in how to design this from scratch. The card is appearing just right here. And after that, I just started to apply basic prompts to get up to the realistic result. In this one, I just said render in pastel colors, and then here I went for render the site in architectural style, and then I kept working on the image till I got this fascinating result. Again, as you can see on this board, you can see all the process, which is really handy when you want to track what you've been doing before. This is another example where I use the board for following my workflow, and a very interesting feature is that you can also add labels or you can add comments. For example, I have your comment here, and here I can type something. And for this scenario, I used another screenshot from a map site, and then I transformed that map into a isometric 3D model. Here, things didn't went very good because it created this kind of volume right here on the corners, which is not completely visible on the original image, but still I think the quality of the model, the soft shadows, the quality of the materials, it's really good. And then on this one, I tried with a Google screenshot to see what happens, and also it created a white massing model. I kept experimented with this, and I tried to put another screenshot of another map, and then I created that map with 3D roads, and then I changed the color of the roads. To do this, everything was very simple prompts. For this one, the prompt was 3D printed model, and this is what happened. And then I basically just said, make roads with tarmac, and it changed the colors from the roads to black. On here, I have a more interesting example. I have this map from the same park we were looking at the beginning with the lake, and then I created the 3D model of the park. And on this one, it was just a point cloud model created with my drone. If you're interested in point cloud models and orthomosaics photogrammetry, go and click on the card that is appearing here in the description, where I show how you can create 3D models with drones. And basically I transformed the point cloud model into a 3D model, white massing 3D model. I kept experimenting with this, and basically this is just about how you can put all things in this board and you can have all the process for you to follow. That is the main advantage of using the board. One of the most fascinating features of this platform is the quality to upscale and to enhance your work. This function right here, enhance, offers you to optimize your materials with a super quality, or you can either select structure optimize, which it will be exactly as your design, but the materials wouldn't be that impressive. We're gonna test it right now, and for this example, I am going to use this model that I have right here, and I am going to enhance the materiality. So let's drag this right here, and there you go, guys. Here is where you can see how this function has added real materials to my model. As you can see, everything is really impressive, it looks fantastic. And the good thing of this is that you can upscale this image, because currently the generated image is only 2000 pixels by 1000 pixels, which is actually really good. But see what happens when you upscale it. When you upscale it, this completely comes to another level. And I have to say that I have been collaborating with this platform. They contacted me and they said, Eric, do you want to try this platform, see what you think? And I said yes. And in this video, all I'm saying is my real opinion. I'm not putting my side on the platform, I'm just testing it, and I am giving you my real thoughts. If you want a free trial and a special discount, go to the description and there's gonna be a link where you can use my code and you will get a 7-day trial free access for you to try it. And after waiting a little bit of moments, here we have the enhanced visual. I am going to download this photograph so I can open it in full screen, and as you can see, the quality is fantastic. This is 1500,000 pixels image, and when you zoom in, everything looks great. This is just wow. Guys, this platform really enhances your renders in a real fantastic way. And it doesn't stop here. Stay tuned because I'm gonna show you now how you can start working on this image on the same platform. Because as you know, on this industry, we are always changing things, we always need an update. So that's why this platform offers you this edit function. So I'm gonna upload the image that we just worked on, and I'm gonna start modifying it and updating it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to change the material of the house. For doing this, you have all these tools right here to select what you want to modify. It's very similar like Photoshop. Basically, you have the polyline tool, the brush tool, and for this example, I am going to use the polyline tool right here, and I'm going to start drawing a very smooth line on the house. Something like this. And also I am going to select this bit right here, and then I am going to delete the windows. For doing this, I am going to use the eraser tool, and I'm gonna scroll down the size of the brush a little bit, and I'm just gonna get rid roughly from the windows. It doesn't need to be perfect because it identifies what we want to do. So basically just delete the windows and something like that. We don't want this window either, and we don't want... Okay, like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, it's just an idea for the software to change the material. And now we're going to select this stone right here, and I'm gonna click on submit, and we're going to see what happens next. As you can see, it has changed all the materiality of the house, and it's perfect. And the most important thing of this transformation gives you different options, so you can choose from this option to this option, or maybe this one. And also it comes as a layer, so you can switch off the layer or switch on it back, so you can exactly see what you've been working on. And you can also control the opacity in case you want to do a blend. So this tool is fantastic for editing tools. Let's go and keep working on this image. Let's say that we want to add some people. So we're gonna go to Object, and now we're gonna add a child in this area, and we're gonna click on Submit. So here we have the child, and here we have a child with a dog. I think this option is slightly better, and there we go. And using all these features, you could be able to keep working on this image until you get anything that you desire. Now we're gonna talk about the coloring function. The coloring function is fantastic when you want to add color to a floor plan, to an elevation, or to a site plan. It also offers you to add color to a 3D exterior, to a 3D interior, or to an isometric model. I'm gonna show you how I've been using this function. And for this example, I'm going to use this image right here, and I'm going to drop it here, and I want this to be rendered in a watercolor style. And let's click generate. And look at this, the results are fascinating. So we came from having this section, we came from having this elevation to this beautiful watercolor elevation. And you can also keep working on this image like we just did in our other example, or you can also upscale it. Okay, I'm gonna show you now some of the exercise that I've worked in this coloring function, and for doing that I'm gonna go to my history, and I'm gonna guide you through some of the processes that I've been doing. In this one, I color another elevation. This one belongs to my CAD tutorial in how to draw sections. If you're interested, go and click on the card which is appearing right here. And I did exactly the same coloring function, which is really good. Let's go back to history and let's take a look at other examples that I've been working on. On this site plan, I just improved the tone of the greens, so I came from having this palette soft green landscape, and then I enhanced it to be a completely rendered color. Let's go to the coloring function again, and this time I'm gonna test it using a floor plan. But this floor plan is gonna be from a garden, this one right here. So I'm gonna drop the image right there and I'm gonna click generate, but this time I'm gonna do it in real material. As you can see, this one was a bit weird. It kind of feels like it's a 3D printed model. I wouldn't say it looks bad, but what you think, guys, let me know on the comment box. Now we're gonna try with this Zen garden plan. If you're interested in how you can create Zen gardens from scratch, I have a tutorial that explains step by step in how to do it. The card is also appearing right here. And we're going to use this one to do the floor plan, but this time we're gonna do it in color block. So let's click generate and let's see what ReRender can offer us. And as you can see, it created a color block sketch of this. I wouldn't say this is fascinating, but it definitely added some color to it. Let me know what you think of this one. I don't think it's very impressive, but I don't think it's bad. Probably just a little bit. Another feature that is really interesting from ReRender is that you can train the model to generate your own style. So this function here that is called mood board lets you to train the model based on references. For example, this mood board right here has these references, and if you upload now your work, you will be expected to be rendered in this type of style. I have another style right here which has planters and integrated seating. This type of style is usually used in urban areas, and I am going to re-render now this sketch that I have right here, and I want that type of style on this planter and on this area. So I am going to drop this example right here. The website by itself gives you the type and style that you want to achieve, and it has different presets for you to select what you desire. You can come from a single family home to high-tech or eco-futurism, and you can also add the time of the day, the season, the type of landscape. But in this case, I am going to select mood board, and I'm going to select the mood board that I showed you before, because I am expecting that the platform renders in this style. So I want this sketch to be rendered on this type of style, and then I am going to click render, and let's see what happens. And here we go, guys. These are the results. I think it interpreted really well the style. As you can see, it matches the model that I've been training. It uses the same type of curtain etching steel on the planter, and it has added a similar type of planting all in the planter. The overall aspect of the image, it's really good. So I think ReRender, you got it right this time. It looks fantastic. The result is very crisp with a lot of quality. And now we're gonna dive into the most exciting feature of this platform, and it's gonna be video. I have tested video platforms like Midjourney, Prom AI, even Sora, and all of them are good, but they lack of something really important: quality. You can still tell that they have been generated with AI, especially when it comes to pixels and sizes, and this platform offers you a truly impressive quality when it comes to video, and we're gonna discover it right now. So for the video section, we are going to use the image that we worked just a second ago, which is this one right here, and I am going to upload it here into the platform. And all I want to do is to select the camera movements, so you can either type your custom prompt and explain exactly how the camera should perform in the animation. But for this example, I am going to use some of the presets that are already here, and I am going to select the fly through preset. This function costs credits, and if you have the Pro membership, it gives you 10 credits per month. So I'm gonna use a 10-second video for this example. I'm gonna spend 2 of my credits, and I am going to click on generate. The waiting time while creating videos is slightly longer than when you create just one frame, so we will have to pause the video and wait a little bit. And here we go, guys, this is the result. As you can see, the quality of the animation is fantastic. You can see the fire. Let's play it again. You can see how it has animated the water right here. It's just a fantastic tool for rendering your animations. Now, if you now select another angle, for example, rotate to the right, then you render again, and then you stitch all together, you will end up with a fascinating high quality animation. This is another video that I did with the same function. As you can see, it's truly fascinating how it approaches the house. I created another angle of the same and approaching inside. And then I created another angle to look from front view, and finally added a close-up in the window. When you stitch all these three together, it comes with a really nice result. On this other example, I just improved the overall quality of the render with a more natural red materials essence zine. You can see how it transformed all the atmosphere in something that looks real, with those lighting effects that touch from the side. In this other example, I transformed this simple cat screenshot from my 3D model tutorial. If you're interested in how to 3D model things in CAD, there's a video for you popping up right here. And based on that model, I transformed it into a realistic garden design. On this example, I have a real 3D handmade model that I made when I was in university, and I transformed the model into a photograph that looks like a real model. So this was already a photograph, and it transformed it. It basically added all the color and a window behind. In this other example, I had a roof garden terrace, which is actually a really nice view. I made it with V-Ray, and I just basically improved the overall aspect of it. And on this example, I trained the model to generate the plan views in a style like this reference right here, and this is what I got. Guys, this is everything for today. I hope you had enjoyed using ReRender and walking in the experience of using it with me. If you liked the video, please give me a thumb up, subscribe to the channel, and if you have some ideas on how I can improve these videos, please also let me know in the comment box. I always read your comments, and it always fulfills me with motivation to keep doing this work. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next one.